This is everything you need to know about slimes in Society Sunlit Valley. So, first up, how do we find slimes? Well, when you're going around the Skull Cavern or just the overworld, you will sometimes find a slime spawner and they will sort of go and shoot out of them and there'll be free slimes. There's a lot of different slimes around. For example, this one in front of me is not a good example. I'm going to use this slimy slime as an example. So when I look at it, can you see its hunger is all grey? That means it's really hungry. We can see that it's a wild slime and its diet is berries. So what I could do is I can get some berries, like a strawberry, and I just throw it on the ground and the slime will then go towards it and eat it because it is hungry. There we go. You can now see it's neutral and its hunger bar is full. So how do we know what to eat, what to feed it, etc.? Well, if you go into JI, these cube-looking ones, not the spawn eggs, but the actual cubes, these are the actual slimes. If I press U on these slimes, like the slimy slime, the most basic of splendid slimes, perfect for beginner ranchers. As you can see here, it says diet berries, and then it goes over the berries that it can eat, and it's showing us all the items that it will accept as food. And then this output here is what you will get from a fed slime. So when I feed these slimes, it will drop plorts. For example, the slimy slime will drop slimy plorts. So you just feed the slime when it gets hungry again, and it will plop out some plort for you. So what we can see of this one is that it's really hungry. I'm going to drop on the strawberry, and it's going to eat it, and suddenly it's plopped out some plorts. But what you'll notice of this one is it's dropped slimy plort and also juicy plort. So what you can actually do is crossbreed the slimes. So let's say this one's dropped some slimy plort, because that's what slimy slimes drop. And then I go up to a juicy slime, which will eat red grapes. What I can also do is feed it any type of plort. So if I feed it the plort, it's actually going to crossbreed into a juicy, slimy slime. And now it will eat berries or grapes. So when I feed it the berries, it's going to drop both the juicy and it will drop the slimy plort. So basically, let's just recap. If you feed a slimy slime berries, it will drop slimy plort. If you feed a juicy plort grapes, it will drop juicy plort. If I feed any type of slime a different type of plort, it will crossbreed. And then when you feed it one of the two things that it will now like to eat, it will actually drop both variants. For example, I'm now going to get juicy plort worth 148 coins each and slimy plort worth 64 coins each whenever I feed that crossbred slime. So you're always actually going to get double the output if you crossbreed your slimes. But what can we then do with the plort, etc.? Well, I'm going to go inside my little plort house. There is a plort press. And what I could do is I could put 16 slimy plort, for example, into the plort press, and I'll get a slimy slime heart. So I can just put that in here. It's then going to slowly process into a slimy heart. What I can then do with that slimy slime heart is actually put it into a slime incubator. And as you can see here, slime incubator with any slime heart will turn it into a slime ticket. You use that ticket on a splendid slime to learn their primary breed's favourite food. You will get double output of plort if you feed it the favourite food. So if I use this ticket on that one, you hear like little magic sounds, and I then get a pink present in my inventory from slime ticket. I right click on the present and it says slimy slime's favourite food, strawberry. So basically, if I feed it any type of berry, I'll get like one plort. But if I feed it a strawberry, which is its favourite food, the slimy slime will give me 2 plort. And you could do that with crossbred ones to get double of both outputs as well. And there we go. There's a slimy slime heart, which I can then place in the incubator to grow. What you can also get is coral block, which I can move through, but the slimes cannot, which can be really great for building your slime farms. And there's also something here called a plort rippet. What I could do with that is I could actually, if I press U on my juicy plort, I could put in the plort rippet. If I put a juicy plort, I will get some, I've got an 11% chance to get Gyara berries and an 88% chance to get red grape juice. Right click that slimy plort on there, which feeds the rippet, and then it will kind of poo out after a few seconds the red grape juice. So what you could do with JEI is press U on all of these and see what different things the plorts will spit out at you. You can press U on the slimes here to get info on what they like to eat. And then we've got the spawn eggs, which you're not obviously going to use in survival. The slime tickets, which you can use on them. And then there's also a few other things. There's a slime feeder. So you just put in their food here and it will feed nearby slimes in a 13 by 13 by 13 area. And then there's also a slime vac. And what that is going to do is I can shift right click to pick up the slimy slime. I can put it in my offhand and then right click to launch back out the slime. And that's good for maneuvering them if you want to put them into a pen wherever you're going to be farming the slimes, for example. And that's pretty much it. You can use simply, hoppers and things like that to drop out their food and they can eat it up. And then use maybe a magnet or something like that with a filter to then pick up the plorts that are then given. And you can make quite a lot of money each day. Slimy hearts are worth a hell of a lot of money. Plorts can get quite expensive. Like a shulking plort, that's 1,000 coins. They eat, chorus flower, etc. Spark cat eats, looks like a lot of different smoked fish. 1,400 on that plort. But what you could do is, this is what I would recommend doing, get a spark cat plort, find one somewhere. And then basically, because you'll find them in the skull caverns and things like that, these different types of slimes. And if you find a rare one, get it up with your slime vac. I would then breed, feed the smoked fish to a spark cat plort, and then, a slime. Get the spark cat plort and feed that spark cat plort to a simple slime, like a slimy slime, meaning that you can then feed it strawberries, but you'll actually get spark cat and slimy plort. So with a really easily accessible item like strawberries, because you've crossbred it, you're going to get really expensive plort back as well as the slimy plort. Is there any other really expensive ones? No, I think that is the best one. There's ender plort, gold plort, which will eat preserves. That's 2,000. Again, you can crossbreed it, So you can make a hell of a lot of money in Society Sunlit Valley from slimes. But that is how you would manage and farm the splendid slimes. If you're looking for other Society Sunlit Valley guides, check out my playlist on screen now. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. And if you join the Discord, we will be launching a server for this mod pack as well.